Ladies and gentlemen, ghouls and goblins, we are here this afternoon with the wonderful writer, preacher, pastor, all kinds of things extraordinaire, Miss Tanya. She got E Randall. She wants us to know there's an E there. Don't mess it up. Miss Tanya E Randall today. And we are just so excited to have some of this precious cast of her newest brainchild idea. You know, one thing about being apostolic, God will always give you an idea. We ain't gonna be preaching today because there's too many saints up here. We might mess up the whole interview shouting and speaking in tongue. But we are so grateful to them for taking a few minutes to share with us. We want to ask you to like and share, tell your friends and your enemies, because I feel like enemies, they get the word out a little faster than your friends sometimes. Friends be slow. Yes. But and enemies, we don't mind if the enemies go ahead and talk about this. They're gonna talk anyway, so we might as well give them something to talk about. And so we are so grateful. A real man, let me see if I get this right. A real man's love in a woman's world. Huh? I feel church already. Let's show this trailer, and then we can talk to the people of God. Is that cool? We do it that way. Let's go ahead and show this. Yes. Let's see if I can get it right, because you know that Hill House education sometimes gets me. But here we go. Are we getting any sound? I don't know if the sound is playing. No sound. Okay. Oh. No. Ah. Okay. Wait a minute now. Wait a minute. We can't have the trailer without the sound now. That's that don't even sound right. Let's see here what Zoom is doing to us. What is Zoom doing? It says you share the screen. I don't know. Let's see. Let's try that one more again. Okay, we got the Chrome. Oh, maybe it's over here. Hold on. Okay, let's see if we get it this time. You deserve the world. I want you to wake up every morning expecting all my love. Staying at work all day, so you don't have to go home and listen to her crazy mouth fighting. All men are the same. They love you, then they leave you. Or they love you and they cheat on you. First of all, why you gotta bring Vanessa up in this conversation? She's a different breed. Loud, obnoxious, ghetto. And you should have been mine instead of my boy Teddy. Whoa.
What's going on in your love life?
How could you say you learned from the best when she still doesn't have a man in her life?
Patiently on God to send me the man of my dreams. I'm gonna be the one to find it too.
Some of them believe that that's just a form of love and acceptance.
For one reason or another, and we give the relationship issue so much power.
I am not.
Yes, you're stuck.
To cry myself to sleep at night.
Baby, you afraid of me?
Buddy. Everybody's talking about somebody. I'm talking.
Wait, you saying that he's hit you before?
Fighting to the death of me. Oh shoot.
Why did you do all these things with you?
All I want to do is just make you happy. I promise.
After this, I'm gonna go get me some help.
right. Yeah, it's like in church. Give yourselves a hand. So let's get right into it. And this is your brainchild. Tell us, what was the inspiration behind this? Where did this come from?
Well, I'm gonna tell you, it's a little bit of first of all, before I even jump in there, I gotta give it up and just thank God for you, Pastor Carolyn Moore. You are the bomb. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Awesome. I got to give it up to you and thank you for this opportunity on this platform. T is talking. You're talking, always talking, and I love it. It is such a beautiful thing. And you are one of my inspirations, and I thank God for you. I don't have to be in your presence always to let you know how much I appreciate you, and I know it's reciprocated back. So I wanted to get that out the way so I make sure that everybody knows that. Next, I'm excited because I just get all choked up every time I see the trailer. I get excited all over again. But this came about from a little bit of my relationships, in the past, as well as my marriage in the present, as well as other people that, I was around who I saw dealing with relationship issues. So, one day it just kind of all came out. And I just started writing, and I wrote my feelings, and my feelings turned into a script. And my script from that point turned into something that I, in the beginning, didn't feel confident to put a casting call out there, but it was just pressed upon me by God to just keep saying, listen, just do it. I did the first production and, had my reservations and doubts. And God said, listen, if I showed you I was able to do it before, I'm showing you I'll be able to do it again. So this production started out as a stage play. And just to take it back a little bit further,
okay,
we did this production twice as a stage play. Okay. The very first time we did the production as a stage play, it was an amazing thing. It was absolutely amazing. Some of the cast that are in the movie are from the original stage play, and then we did it again. We did a encore presentation of the stage play, and in doing that, we had some of the characters that kind of swapped up a little bit. We had some new characters that came along, and then also in the midst of it, we had characters that casted that were so good that were not in the script, that I ended up writing them in the script just because of the passion that I saw that they had when they cast it.
Let me ask you a question, because people think that preachers especially are one-dimensional. They typecast you a certain way,
yes,
and box you in. And so when you try to do anything other than I say, if you don't have the Trinity at church, preach, sing, or play an instrument, people think that you're just done.
True.
So when you come up in church and you have a gift outside of those three,
yes,
how hard, I heard you say it was difficult for you to think of, actually putting the casting call, especially in Connecticut now, because
listen, yes, yes.
I understand that whole creative community and how fickle and crazy it could be.
Yes.
And when people even for Tia's talking, I just talk because that's what I do. My mother wants me to shut up, so I said, let me find somebody else to talk to. I ain't got nary husband to talk to. But once people realize, oh, this might be a thing, or oh, she might be good at this, folks start to pull back and get crazy acting and strange. So,
yes.
Tell me about that process. Like, after you get the idea, and you're like, okay, this don't fit in church. I can't do this Sunday morning in Bible. How am I going to act? First of all, because sometimes your friends and family are the worst critics.
Yes.
And they'll, tell me about that process for you internally. Like, how did you?
So here's the thing that's so funny that you brought that up, because what God shared with me when I started writing these scripts, God said to me, your gift is going to make room for you. And a lot of times we put ourselves in a box and think that our gift is only meant when we walk in those church doors and behind the church walls. But one of the things that God shared with me, and my production company is under the umbrella of what God gave me, Why Family Works, is to put the family back together again, to sit around and be able to watch movies and to be able to have entertainment that can also bring up dialogue, bring conversation again back to the family, but also to bring an awakening of issues that the church is afraid to talk about or afraid to be able to address. So God said, do it through media, do it through entertainment, give the people something to laugh about, something to cry about, something to think about, but put it through media. And I was criticized. I was scrutinized in the beginning. After I did my first production, You Can Make It Through This, when A Real Man's Love in a Woman's World came up, I remember church people said, well, what type of title is that? Why would you, do a title like that when you just did You Can Make It Through This? I said, well, if you realize and understand, a lot of times women are hurt from the past of the things that they've experienced in relationships. And when you turn around and that becomes their world, they can't be good for church. They can't be good for preaching, teaching, laying hands, prophesying, doing none of that stuff. And it's the same thing with men. A lot of time men grow up in families and in homes where there is no father figure, no male presence. So they take on the characteristics of, excuse me, what they may have seen from the ones on the corner or the ones from the street, or what they may have seen from individuals, just, giving them that image of what a man actually is. So because of that, they turn around and dump that right onto the women. So when you look at this script, it was to the point that I said, I'm either going to be loved or I'm going to be hated, or I'm going to be a little bit of both. And I did. I've gotten it from both sides that, some people said, well, I don't think that that's, the type of movie that, I want to be able to see. I said, but you haven't even seen it. That's the thing. You're listening or hearing a title, which I think is an amazing title, but when you turn around and you look at it, my whole goal and passion is to be able to help people. And once I found a cast that was able to believe in the words that I put down on paper, I said, then our job and my job in the writing and their job in acting it out is to be able to cause people that are in relationship issues or, stuck in, situations and relationships, or just the fact of just needing to laugh about maybe seeing their relationship on the screen, it gives that exhale moment, and it presents ministry, in a real way. So I wasn't moved by what, people were saying or what they weren't saying, but I became encapsulated by the words that God said to me. He said, this is going to produce healing. And we saw it when we did the stage play. People came up to us after the play was over, and both times we did it, and said, listen, how did you know about me? How did y'all act out my life, in this stage play? And that within itself was a testament that it's going to touch people's lives. People came up and asked for prayer, at the stage play, which was absolutely amazing. So I said, when you think about it, and your level of creativity being in church ought not to stagnate you from not being able to execute your gift. Because if our gift is only good for the church, then the world will never be saved.
Preach. Yeah. Talk about it, sister.
Listen, I got
to say, I think what God is teaching us as ministry gifts is that ministry is not as black and white as we thought it was. He's allowing us to open up a little bit. He's allowing us to open up a little bit and be able to do ministry. And here's the funny part: when you said it, they said this is not a movie. Child, it probably ain't, because they watching all of that pornography.
Well, come on now. I'm trying to give them some wholesome entertainment to be able to change and transform their lives and laugh a little bit.
Come on here. And it's so interesting to me that people are so squeamish when it comes to people of God who clearly have the hand of God on their life. And we try to be expressive in another way. I heard it all. Oh, your sound is kind of mature. Yeah, because I read my Bible. Mama, no, I'm not. Yes. I'm not going to repeat the same hook because I read my Bible, and there's more to say.
That's right. That's right.
It's like, and I think that is so great to hear another woman preacher. This is why I loved you. I always loved you, Tanya. I feel like Whitney Houston. I will always.
Sing it now, sing it, Pastor.
Because really, you have to be able to block out the noise. Even on this platform, I don't, I touch topics that people probably want to run from, and that's good.
Right.
Because for this day and time, you got to be a different type of preacher.
Exactly.
People where they are. And
that's right.
Talking about relationships, we have to talk about sexuality. If y'all be all right, other than missionary position, we got to folks is out here, marriage is falling apart because you only want to kiss on Sunday. Like, this is not gonna work.
But see, you know what, the realness of it, and this is why I was so excited about this play that has turned into a movie, because again, people are afraid to talk about the issues. I just had an individual on today, and I was talking to this morning, and I said, let me tell you something. I was in a marriage prior to, and I was stuck because I wanted the face of the people. And internally, I was dying. I was suffering literally, in the midst of it. And I said, we're so caught up in trying to be something for the world. And then behind our own closed doors, you can't be near nothing to nobody. And, it becomes a sad experience. And this is why when I look at this movie and I see the transparency of the relationships of the couples, the wannabe couples in the movie, and then the couples that are just, not afraid and not giving the whole spoiler and everything away, but just not afraid to walk away if things are not right, but again, people may have something to say, people may not, but the thing is, if we're continually to be silent, then people are never going to get the true healing that they need.
Absolutely. So we talked a little bit. Tell me about this lovely cast you got here. Tell me who these
So listen, let me tell you something. These people right here are the bomb. And it's a cast of 18 cast members. And these casts that are up here right now, and I know they're probably mixed up in the order that they are. I'm looking at my screen, looking at the screen here, but we have up here just about all of our leading people up here. So at the top, if it's correct or shown up there, we have Jessica Tiana Monet Williams, who plays the receptionist in A Real Man's Love in a Woman's World, the movie. We have Rachel Rankins, who is playing Miss Natalie Parker, and I will talk about them in a few minutes, or let them get the chance to talk about their character. And then right dead smack in the middle, we got Miss Alreen Reenie Love, who is, y'all are gonna love her or you're gonna hate her in this movie, but she is hilarious, and she's playing Vanessa in this movie. And then we have over to my right and probably your left, the infamous, all the way from North Carolina, Jay Zahn, who is, I said who's played by, he is Jay Zahn, and he is Harvey Williams. And I am so, listen, this brother traveled coming down from North Carolina to come to our on sets to film when it was time to film in person. I'm going to talk a little bit more about that and this amazing cast. Then we have down at my far right, which is probably your left, we got Miss Tangi, who is a ball of off the hook. That salon will not be the same by the time y'all finish watching that. And then we have the songstress Miss Rolena Wright, she plays Diana Lane in A Real Man's Love in a Woman's World. And then I see a telephone. Who is that? That was our leading lady, Miss Aisha Cartier, playing Desiree Stanley. And this is a portion of the cast of A Real Man's Love in a Woman's World. And before I let them say a little bit about their character and how they came about in cast of this production, I want to say this. Last year, during the time, I'm gonna probably take it back a little further than that real quickly, but last year, during the time of casting, February of 2020, I did a casting call. A lot of the members from the stage play showed up. They got their parts back again. a few new people that I wrote into the script. And then the pandemic hit. When the pandemic hit, this cast was so passionate. We only got the chance to meet one time before everything had gotten shut down. We had the Lyman Center at Southern that was already secured and reserved, which they canceled that out on us because every venue was closed. But this cast was so adamant and pursuing and didn't know what was going to come of it, didn't know what was going to open up, how long things were still going to be shut down. We rehearsed on Zoom. Right on the set that we're on right now, we rehearsed on Zoom faithfully as if we were going into a physical building rehearsing. And we did that for 6 or 7 months. And during those 6 or 7 months, I watched the passion that each and every one of these cast members had. And they, when I say they rehearsed, they had their scripts, they were ready, they were present, they were serious. And we did that for 6 or 7 months. And then as things started letting up, we were able to come together for the first time. And when we did, it was so amazing. These people were on point. I'm talking about knew their lines, knew their script. You know, we didn't waste time or anything. And they came together as a big family. And I said there was absolutely no way I was going to let them down. That even if nothing else opened back up, we were going to find a way to display what they had did. And I said, guys, let's take it a step further and make a movie. And I didn't know what I was saying. Lord knows Jesus. I said, can I take back my words? But I couldn't take it back. But the reality of why I said I wanted to go back a little further, Pastor T, 2014, when I had originally written this script, I had named it a movie and didn't even know it. Back in 2014. So I said, you know, the amazing thing is when you put stuff before God, and sometimes you don't even know the things that you put before him, if you just be faithful in the work of what God has already established for your life, he said, your vision will meet you. He said, write the vision, make it plain. The one that reads it runs with it. And I didn't know I was running towards a destination. I didn't even know what I had written, but I knew that I could not give up in the running as I was running along. So, you know, I wanted to share that. And this portion of the cast that's here, we're 8 days away from this movie being released at the Cinemark movie theater in North Haven, Connecticut. And I'm telling you, they are the bomb. They're the bomb.
Yes, so it's September 3rd, right? Let's say that as many times as we can.
Yes, Friday, September 3rd and Saturday, September 4th. Excuse me, 7:15 showtime, both evenings. Tickets can be purchased through TanyaRandallProductions.com on the upcoming events page, and you'll see that big old picture of the leading man and leading lady, and you can click right there. And I actually have a countdown clock up there, so that way you'll know to get those tickets. And you know, the great thing about it is we have Friday night, Saturday night, 7:15, 6:45 p.m. The doors are going to be able to open, and we're going to do a red carpet at 7:00 p.m. for people to be able to see.
What you say,
Listen, we got a red carpet. My stars came in on today. I'm gonna put their name on the star. I'm throwing the star on the ground on the red carpet. They gonna walk and see their name.
Listen, I might have to find me a date.
Come on now, get the arm ready. Do a couple of
things.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Jessica, your role in the movie is you're the receptionist.
Yes.
So you're the one with the tea. Is that correct? Let's see. What
all of
it. Initially, when I first cast for this role, because I did the play twice and now I'm doing the movie. Initially, when I cast, I was that, even though I did her first production, You Could Make It Through This, I was still in that, I'm shy, I'm gonna, sway off to the side, I'm gonna take a small role, things like that. But it just so happened as we started going through the rehearsals and stuff, there was one role that actually opened up. So instead of giving it to someone else, I said, I'll do it. Give it to me. Why not? So that actually gave me more lines. So I have to do a monologue and stuff in the movie. And I'm just so excited because not only am I the receptionist in the movie, I also did the makeup for the movie as well. And my lash line, Azumi Lux lash, named after my mom, may she rest in peace, is going to be featured in the movie as well. So
this is what I love. I don't mean to cut you off, but this is what I love, right? When people say yes to what God wants, and here's the thing: when you write the vision, sometimes folks is a little slow. They don't know how to run. No,
That's true.
I'll just work with a sister because I've been through something. Sometimes when folks write the vision, people are too slow to run.
Yes.
But because Pastor Tanya said yes, it allowed you to come out of your shyness.
Yes.
Yes. Use your other gift of doing makeup. It allows you to give a platform also for your business that you have.
Yes.
So it's like I want
Jelly Shine Cosmetics LLC. Yes.
The haters hate.
And let me tell you something. This is what I love, Pastor T.
I got my keyboard.
Tune it up now. I love the fact that I told this cast, I said, I don't want to be selfish in anything. Like when we get to Really Love, and I know that Daniel Bonet is not up here, but they're my co-producers. I said, listen, you can't do anything by yourself. And if anybody thinks that they could, you'd be sadly mistaken. But you got to find people in your life that will celebrate with you, that you can turn around and put them as well and push them into their place. And I said, this, although it says Tanya Randall Productions, I said, when I look at the nucleus of everything that every single one of them have to offer, I said, I want you to be able to display it. We filmed in Rachel Rankin's, her hair salon, Rachel's Unlimited. Shout out to Rachel Rankin's and her, shop. We also, we filmed at Harold's Restaurant in Hamden. Shout out to Mr. Harold, so we're promoting one another, celebrating one another, and that's important. Sometimes people just think, you could do stuff by yourself, but you crazy. Listen, but then you got to find the right people to do stuff with. That's the other key part.
That's a good word right there.
So,
Jessica, what do you feel like was your greatest struggle going from being the shy stage girl to the on-screen, what they call it, diva?
I think my biggest thing was remembering my lines. I would stay in my head a lot, trying to get the words word for word. But as we rehearsed more, everybody would say, listen, make it your own. Don't sway too much off script, but make it your own. And so being able to do that, I think that helped me a little bit more. Like I said, I was in her first one, and even with that, it was just like, all right, I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna be reserved. So this go round, because we had such an amazing cast. I love my family so much. They pulled so much out of me. It was just natural at that point, coming off and coming forward and, playing a role like that, because they made me feel comfortable. It wasn't an uncomfortable situation. We came in, we laughed, we cried, everything. So it all worked out.
It was nice having your auntie as the director, because you were in a safe space.
Right. I love my godmother. She's A1 since day one. So
I can't say it enough. I love Tanya Randall.
Absolutely.
Here too, Miss Rachel Rankin. I see her. We probably keeping her from making her money over there. Rachel, you got to unmute yourself, baby, over there. So we were over at Rachel's place, right?
Yes.
And there you go. Tell us who you play in this movie, Rachel. Uh-oh, we can't get no sound from you over there, sister.
I get some sound from you, girl.
Cut your phone up. Wait, are you listening to it through the car?
Yes.
There you go.
Yes. Can you hear me now?
Yes.
I am Miss Natalie Parker. Hi.
All right. Miss Natalie. And let's see, were you sweet and docile in this here movie, or were you spunky and fiery?
Well, a little of both.
Okay.
So yeah,
So were you in the play as well as the movie, or just one or the other?
I was in the last play.
Okay, so how was the transition for you? Was it hard to remember? Don't walk into the camera. Remember?
Well, well, actually, not really, because I had a little practice before, because I was in front of a camera before.
Oh,
You
what
know,
you
I
saying?
did,
We got a star here on our.
couple.
We got a couple of
I did a
stars now under the belt now. We ain't playing.
did a couple of things before, so I was somewhat used to the camera, so it was good.
She trying to be modest. She modeled and did some acting with John Casablanca.
Oh,
There are the studios there. So she had the experience. And let me give you a story behind Natalie Parker, because originally, and you're gonna find Aisha Cartier, who plays Desiree Stanley, was actually Natalie Parker in the stage play, in the first stage play.
got it.
And then Aisha Cartier took a hiatus for a while, and then we had Rachel Rankins, who casted for Natalie Parker. And when she got the role as Natalie Parker, then coming into this past year, Aisha Cartier came back on the scene, and we said, oh man, wait a minute, what are we gonna do? We got the old Natalie Parker, the new Natalie Parker, what's gonna happen? And we had her to cast for the leading lady, Aisha Cartier. We don't know if she went away in a tunnel, a cave, if she went to another city or country and came back and just transformed.
Came back with an anointing.
Listen, she came back with a whole nother anointing. We said, wait a minute, you can't be Natalie Parker no more anyway if you try to. You have earned this Desiree Stanley role. And I'm talking about, she married that character tremendously. So when we look at it now, we look at nobody can be Miss Natalie Parker. She is the elegance. She is the wisdom in this movie. She is the sarcastic spoken word, but with that twist of, the elegance that she possesses. So
let me ask Rachel two questions. One is, you guys filmed in Rachel's business.
Yes.
And so how was that for, like, did you guys have to do major changes around, or you just use, not you, Miss Tanya, let me talk to Rachel.
You see, I'm quiet. I'm waiting on it. I'm like,
how was that, using the space that, like, because again, like I was saying to Jessica, this is your business. This is the vision God gave you. You do hair, and I'm sure make women feel beautiful. And the beauty shop is where a lot of the tea is spilled, and a lot of a ministry goes on, because people come about their broken hearts for Valentine's Day when they get spruced up. So how was that, to just be able to say, wow, I'm taking what God gave me, and we're also using it as a platform to be a blessing to Pastor Tanya and her vision, but also bringing light to what you do on an everyday basis for your livelihood.
Yeah, it was awesome to me. I mean, it actually was an honor to have her film out of my salon. I mean, at some point I forgot that I was in the play. I was like, oh, let me do. I'm not doing hair right now. I'm acting right now. So, it was kind of like, but it was actually good. It was awesome. And, and I really enjoyed it. I mean, I'm excited. I was excited then. I'm still excited. And it was just great, because I told her anytime, I have a salon right there. Anytime you need it for anything, just, come here. We can, make it happen. So it happened.
I have to commend you, because so many people are selfish with what they have when it comes to trying to be a blessing to someone else. So I want to thank you on behalf of those of us who are going to be watching this. Thank you for sewing into what Tanya Randall's production is doing and being a part.
Yes.
About what's going on. Let's talk to
the
only man we got up here. I don't ever want to leave the men out, And then you say he from where? South Carolina?
North Carolina.
I hear that's where all the good men are.
Come on now, come on, man.
How you doing, sir?
How you doing?
And so, who did you play in this movie?
Jason.
Oh, okay, wait a minute. Was you the good man or was you the man breaking hearts? Which one was you?
Both.
Okay. So you did it depend on the woman you was with? Is that how it works? In the
really
movie?
the situation, just the situation. The situation.
Oh, okay. How you had to really be invested in this to be, down there and on the Zoom and coming here to film. Have you ever done anything like this before, or you just?
Nah, this actually my first time. I took drama class and stuff, but this like my actually first time really shooting something.
Nice. And so clearly it was an experience that you're like, I do this again, because you were in good hands. You were in good hands. I can't wait to see the whole thing in its entirety. For yourself, tell me what would be one of your good takeaways from the whole experience? Like, I'm gonna take this with me into my life.
Man, just all the people that I met that's in the cast and Miss Tanya. Like, I take that with me every day because it's a different atmosphere, the vibe, the connection that we had just from actually being apart, from really not even knowing each other, and to come together and really, like, we knew each other forever. We just laughed. We helped each other out. We knew each other parts. It was just something that I'm not used to. And, to be a part of that, that's something that I take with me every day.
Well, I'm just going to tell you, sir, and, I'm not flirting with you or nothing because I'm old, but you's good looking. So I'm sure your DM.
Yeah, he is. Yes, he is. Look at him.
Supply. I don't want to get you in no trouble now. If you got a girlfriend, tell her don't DM me. I'm just joking. Just
his voice alone, that country, and it's so funny. We always seem to get somebody with that country voice in our production, and Rini is shaking her head because it is the truth. But he just brought such that flavor and that twist and that style and vibe that we were looking for from Jason, and he brought it. He definitely brought it.
Yes. Let me ask you this. How hard was it to find, like, when you have the characters in your mind, how hard was it to find these cast members, or were you kind of thinking, oh, I know so-and-so would be good here? Or
listen, let me tell you something. Here's the one thing that everybody that casted, not necessarily seeing them for that role, but when I tell you they married the character.
Gotcha.
So even in the casting, it's like I may not have saw them, like I didn't see, some of them for the role that they played, but when they got the script and opened up their mouth, it was like, oh my God, that's them. That's what I saw. That's what I heard. And it was like, I don't know how, other than just God, that they were able to read that script and pull out the essence of what God had allowed me to see and how they executed their character. I said they are, and it's funny when I see them, sometimes it's difficult for me to even call them by name because they have married that character so perfectly that it's difficult. Like I said, I almost forgot David's name because all I know him is Jason. I'm like, what is his name? Yeah, but it's amazing. Yeah.
So let me be myself for 2 seconds. I see some of y'all up here watching this here. I'm going to need you to like and to share. I want you to share to everyone because we need the folks.
Yes.
Here on September. Where my September? On September 3rd. Y'all see that? We need you to be out there on September 3rd at North Haven, right?
North Haven, yes.
And that's a good theater too. My God, that had to be favorite because I pays a lot of money to see the movies out there. I just went to see Aretha, and it was
yes,
to go out there and support Tanya Randall's production and this awesome cast. Now I got Miss Arlene Rini Love over here. How are you, Miss Arlene Rini Love?
Oh, Read and Love is blessed and highly flavored.
Here, what you say now?
Yes, honey.
What was your place in the cast? What was your name and all of that stuff?
My character. So my character name is Vanessa, sassy Vanessa, nosy Vanessa, in everybody's business but her own Vanessa.
That's Vanessa.
That is the truth.
I want to tell you like it is, okay, Vanessa.
Yes. So were you in the play?
Yes, I was in the original play, and it's funny. A mutual friend of ours told me about the audition. I went and I auditioned, and I auditioned for 2 parts, and then I got that part. I was like, okay, all right, she's supposed to, be a chubby girl, so I guess I got to put on weight.
You got to go get those donuts.
The Manny donuts.
Yes, and I was really excited about that. We premiered with a sold out show.
Yes.
And they requested us, and we came back when 2017.
2017.
And then so I was excited about last year. We were getting ready to go on the road again. And then Miss Sassy Corona came and
showed their behind
and showed us up. And I want to say this, during the start of COVID, I work in the healthcare field, and it was so sad and depressing to see all that was going on. I cried every week. I'm on Zoom all the time, Zoom with organization that I'm with, Zoom with class. And this Zoom was the Zoom that kept me sane. This was the Zoom that I look forward to. And I want to say we all came on here and we just bonded on here. So when we got together for the recording, it was as if we weren't even apart. So I'm truly excited about and you know what? We had a plan. Miss Tanya can tell we had a plan for a big star. And we turned out to be the big star.
That's right. That's right. Still bad.
And I want to say thank you, Miss Tanya Randall, for taking us normal next door person and give us the platform for the world to see, and for those people that thought that this was too small for them. I just want to say I'm excited and I can't wait. Everybody's got their gown. I haven't got mine yet. I am truly, truly, truly excited about this.
Oh,
that's what's up. I'm just so excited for you guys, and I guess I'll just remember this as things start to progress. Everybody, there will be those that come along, Johnny come latelys, that will want to come and replace some of y'all and get all in your business and in your hair. Stick with the crew, keep folk out of your business. Any internal issues, y'all talk amongst yourselves and don't share friends or enemies, because when God shines the light, everybody wants to be in the light, but nobody wants to start from the beginning in the process. And I'm gonna leave that alone so I won't get in trouble for people say I'm meddling in my past.
That's
Amen.
Yes.
Miss Delta Phi Andrea Hutchinson over here. Come on, Miss Hutchinson. Tell us something about yourself and how you ended up in this tsunami.
Well,
yeah.
Sir, I have to thank Boss Lady. I love you, Tanya, with my heart of all heart. My character is Tangy. And Tangy is me. I was able to. Tangy's been through a lot. She has 6 kids, which in all actuality, I have 6 kids. I've been in an abusive relationship with my children's father. And when we in the street, people couldn't tell what actually went on. behind closed doors. So when the audition came, Jessica, my niece, was like, "Go for it, Auntie Dre," and I was like, "I don't know, I'm scared. I've never done this before." And then David was like, my nephew David, who plays Jason, he was like, "Auntie Drea, be yourself, man. That's all God wants you to do is go in there and be yourself. Don't act and pretend that you're somebody that you're not. Be yourself." And I went in there and I told my story. I didn't go for a specific character. I actually went in there and told my story.
She did.
And that's how I landed my character.
It was so funny. She came in and wrote a script and did her monologue at the casting. And I ended up writing her into the movie, or at that time into the stage play, because it was so real that I knew a lot of people would be able to identify with the situation. And I said, I got to write her in somewhere. And there were a few others. We had Georgette Cunningham. We had, what was the other character that I turned around and made the receptionist?
Jasmine.
Jasmine. Those characters there, they were like secondary characters that God just allowed me to fit them right into the middle, to give them a voice to be able to share their story, basically. And they all wrote themselves in, to the movie, which is, a powerful piece.
Can I ask you this, Andrea, and if it's a touchy subject, just say mind your business, Tara, and I'll move on. How hard or how cathartic was it? Put it that way. How healing was it for you to be able to say, I went through this, and I came through it. Put it that way. I came through this, and now I'm able to share it in a way that's healing for other people. How does that feel for you? Like, because when you're going through that, you're thinking, what the heck? and
right.
People in church say this all the time. Oh, you're not going through it for yourself. And I'm tired of going through stuff for people because I'm none of this. But to stay in the circle, tell me what your thoughts are on that, Andrea.
After rehearsing, and we actually critiqued it. One day it happened one day when me, Rennie, and Jason and Jasmine, the receptionist, we call each other by our character names at times instead of our real names. So we did a private rehearsal so that we can critique each other, and all they said was dig deep inside. And we rehearsed, and then I say to them, "How was that?" And they go, "No, you didn't bring it. Dig deeper. You gotta dig deeper. You gotta bring it, because you have to remember you're gonna touch somebody else that actually been through this." So I had to dig deep, and that's going through it right now. So I dug deep, and I brought my character, like Tanya said, marry your character, and I married my character. And it's funny because you said it. After I actually married my character, and I actually went through it, I healed from it. I wrote my book, Through Hell and Back. I came, conquered. I'm coming harder. So Tanya actually helped me heal, and actually able to write the book using
wait.
this healing.
Say now. Hold on, wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that after you connected with the vision and you were able to take your painful experience and share it by way of the play and now the movie, and God helped you get a book out of it? Like the people down south say, great day. My people.
And the name of the book.
Don't worry about
the name of the book.
We act city slick, but our people from down there in King Street, Hemingway.
We know what that is. Great day.
And the name of the book, Through Hell and Back, I came, conquered, I'm coming harder. And I used to dream. This is a dream because when I was a little girl, and I tell people, God hears us. And when I was a little girl, being abused as a little girl, I used to replace my face with the characters on TV and wish that I was on screen.
Wow.
And to think many moons later, God opened up that door.
Come on here. Wait a minute. You starting to sound like Sister Tanya, getting a little preach in there. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for you, Andrea, and we got to talk about that book before we go and tell people where to get it and all that there. Let me get over here to Diana Lane. She got that sexy name there. Diana.
Yes, she does. Yes, she does.
Nah. Come on here and talk to me. You got to unmute yourself, Diane. There you go. Uh-oh. I can't hear you. Hold on. What's going on over there? Turn your
Nope, not yet.
Okay. Nothing yet. No sound.
Phone talk. Click your there you go, girl. Go on now. There you go.
Okay, how you doing, everybody?
Wonderful.
How are you, Miss T. Moore?
I'm doing amazing. I'm so excited to have you here with us today. Tell us, who did you play in the movie?
I played Diana Lane. See, my keeps acting up. I don't know why. Let me see. Maybe I gotta
though. You're fine. We can hear you fine.
Better over there. Go back to the light.
Yeah, go step into the light, Carol Ann. Step back into the light.
I'm trying.
Anywhere right under a light bulb. You'll be doing good. You're doing good.
Okay, wait.
Right. Yep.
Back to the left. No.
Right there. Right there.
There you go.
You got to spin in a row.
Okay. Hello. Okay, how you doing?
We're great. Who did you play?
I played Diana Lane.
Oh, so you put your name up here.
Listen, that's what they was doing at the Zoom rehearsals, boy. It's like your character name.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
So who was that? Give us a little idea of who Diana was.
So Diana was a character that been through some things and learned from them, you know.
That's a good thing.
Because she thought that she could get away with some things and couldn't, you know. So it was like immediate karma for Diana. It wasn't like, okay, you're gonna wait, and that's a lot like my life. Like I can't do anything wrong. I do it, and then it's like an immediate slap on the hand or something, like since I was growing up. So you just get to a point, you're like, all right, God, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do, you know, you think about things and it's like immediate karma for Diana Lane and her situation in the movie.
So your character was able to show people, and some of us that sit in the back of the class, that that God is a God of love, but he's also a God of correction.
Yeah, I mean, for working with Diana Lane's character, what I learned in a good lesson that I apply to life now is things aren't happening to you, they're happening for you.
Oh, listen,
yeah.
I got to stay in my seat now. Listen, don't do it.
No, I'm so serious. It's like so like who we are last month, who we were last month, we're not today. You know, who we were last week, we're not today. Every day is a lesson. And as long as you're waking up the next day, every next day is a lesson. So what I learned being in this play through the pandemic, going on the Zooms and, you know, just vibing with everybody. I mean, you still can push through whatever situation you're in. That's what we did. We were faced with like obstacles with this corona, and we came together to do that. And I'm just thankful to be a part of that.
And I also want to say to folks who lazy, where there's a will, there is a way.
Yes.
If people make excuses, I say they lies, really. They're lies in a Halloween costume.
Oh.
Okay? Because if you want to, you will. Okay, and let me leave that alone. I thank you so much, Ms. Diana Lane. We're gonna definitely be watching out for you, and we thank God for your contribution to this project, and we're just expecting great things for you guys.
Thank you. I thank Tanya. Thank you, Tanya. The vision, yes. She put it together. She seen it. It was a play, and she seen it deeper than a play, and I think it's a masterpiece. I ain't see it yet, but I already know it came from a mastermind. So,
and this is the awesome thing. They're going to be seeing it for the first time after all the editing and all of what I learned through YouTube and through LJ Middleton. They are going to be watching it the very first time as everybody else is on September 3rd and September 4th. So I'm really anxious to see their faces as to how everything was put together to create this movie. And it wasn't an easy task. It was plenty of days I was like, listen, pack all this stuff up. This is it. But I'm so thankful that I kept seeing their faces. And every time I got to that point where I felt a level of discouragement, like I bit off more than I can chew, Jerry Randall, my baby cakes, would come through and be like, babe, I'm so proud of you, for seeing this thing through and doing this thing. And then I would pick it up and I'd be like, okay, I got this. Cast baby cakes. We gonna do this thing. God, we got a message. We gonna make it happen.
Like I ain't letting them down. I can't let them down.
And that's what I felt every time.
Too far. Yes. I didn't get to Miss Cartier.
Oh, go ahead. I'm pausing. I'm gonna shut my mouth. I'm excited right now.
Talk to Miss Cartier. Am I saying that right? now I gotta ask. Now, is this her stage name or her real name?
That's her real name.
Okay. How are you doing? Am I saying it right, Aisha?
Yes, you are.
How are you?
Can you hear me? I'm blessed and highly favored.
Look at God. I want to hear from you what your experience was and how you relate to your character, if at any at all.
My experience, it taught me a lot about myself.
Okay.
It taught me a lot about I honestly did not know that I had it in me to be in a play and then now a movie. And I thank God for Tanya, because Tanya can let you know, you're talking about shy, wouldn't talk to nobody.
Oh, yeah.
And oh my goodness, I remember when I first cast, I came in there, I was shaking, and her and her sister were the ones that were, during the time trying to see, what part I would fit in. And she gave me that opportunity, and I thank her for that. She didn't have to, and she did, and I appreciate you. But I learned that with this character that the first part of it, because it's like a mad Black woman kind of thing for me in the beginning part of it. That's not like my personality. I had to really learn how to get in that area of being angry and showing frustration. So it took a little bit for me, but with the support of Tanya and the cast members, I was able to, get into character and get into form. And I love what I do.
Nice. So you're saying that your character was a little bit more aggressive, but you're a little bit more soft, gentle personality.
Yes.
And that's nice to see. Like you were saying, it helped you to, to just find another part of yourself. And that's a beautiful.
Yes,
I just want to say that, and I thank you so much, Miss Cartier. That's a beautiful last name. I tell you, my God, hallelujah. One thing I like about this Proverbs 19 says that there are many plans in the men's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. And I think that that's what's happening here. We had a plan here, and God's purpose is just taking you guys to another place. And I know Minister Tanya was getting ready to get started on the whole process of, and I love it, because people will think that you had some training, knowledge. You were basically like, I'm gonna get me a camera, I'm gonna point it at these people, I'm gonna watch some YouTube videos to see which angle to point it, and then I'm gonna use Final Cut or
That's exactly what I got. Final Cut Pro.
What's the other one? iMovie, because you can iMovie. I'm gonna get this done because look at here, it's in my heart to do it.
Yes.
And so, and people don't understand when folks want to charge you $1,000 to do a bad job. I'm learning this too, woman of God. You know,
Yes.
I'm still being a punk. I didn't really initiate no sort of production company and like that. I don't do movies. I'm doing the T is talking, and of course I do music.
Yes.
But it's just ridiculous the amount of money people want to charge me, and then I'm still not satisfied.
Still not satisfied.
Thank God.
No, it's real.
I said to my friend of many years, who, you know, he plays for me sometimes. I said, sir, I think me and you need to get on this here YouTube and trust our own self.
That's right.
Because we make investments in other people's business. They come in all kinds of business. You got to start from somewhere. And I love the fact that you were not afraid to start from scratch. Black folks, let me tell you something. We are afraid to be the ones that everybody say that sucked.
Right.
It's okay. If
right.
The song sucked. It's okay. Yeah. Write another one.
That's right.
Keep writing them till they don't, because I promise you. And now y'all all, most of y'all from New Haven, we have seen choirs that sucked. But many years later, Lord, saw their diligence.
Yes.
Gave them a little something.
Yes.
So don't be afraid to start at. She said she didn't know. She didn't know what she was doing. And now listen here, don't you and Mr. Randall, I love that show y'all got going. We had going on Saturday. I was watching.
Real love. It's coming back. It's coming back. My baby Case is in his senior year of school, so we had to pull back. I didn't want to overload his plate. And then the movie caps, I mean, it took over mine, but I said, we coming back. We got some seasons ready, so we coming back.
Absolutely. He was in my math class.
See, look at that.
I never see, I'm like, he's the male version of Tanya.
Exactly.
I love what you guys are doing. Again, let me get my September 3rd up here. Is there anything that you would like to say to those that would be coming to support?
Yes.
Jeans on the red carpet. You got to tell the Saints.
Listen, first of all, Friday, September 3rd, that is the opening night at the Cinemark Movie Theater in North Haven, Connecticut. It is going to be an absolute blessing. The doors open up at 6:45 p.m. So we want you to be there on time. This is not going to be one of those movies where you say it started 7:15 and it doesn't. 7:15, if you don't have your popcorn and everything, you're going to miss the intro and you don't want to miss nothing.
Not church.
This is not church. We're not going to wait for 10, 12, 15 people. We're going to start at 7:15 and you're going to come in. That's right.
There's no grace period.
That front row where you gotta lift your head up to look at the screen, and that's a hurtful feeling when you gotta look up all night long.
No grace period.
Get there at 6:30.
Listen, and we're gonna do a red carpet. We're going to announce the cast as they come in, which we're excited about. And when the movie starts, after the movie, we're going to be interviewing people on the red carpet, just thanking them in advance for coming to support Tanya Randall Productions. And at the end, we're going to interview people and ask them what they think about it. Because the other great thing and the great news behind it is that it'll be coming to Amazon Prime next month as well. So we're excited about that. So this is our pre-screening so that people can see what we're getting ready to bring to the table through the production company. And we're excited about it. Saturday, September 4th, we're going to announce the cast again. We're going to do it the same thing. So for those people that think that they're going to get, the short end of the stick on Saturday, we're going to do the exact same thing on Saturday. So we're going to take you through that whole other experience. 7:15 p.m. showtime sharp, 6:45 p.m. doors open. And, it's just an amazing experience. You can get the tickets on www.tanyaerandallproductions.com. Go to upcoming events and it's right there. And I want you to like and support because we're getting ready to go back into the studio and get some things, done and some future things popping. And we're going to be looking for more people. So that's the other beautiful thing about it.
I love it. I love it. Thank all of you guys for taking the time tonight to, stop by here. We're definitely going to be ODing once I get this logged. I'm going to hearing it over and over and over and over and over. So if you see it come up on your timeline, just like it and share. We're going to make our best effort to get some folks out there and, you know, maybe sponsor a few people to go see it. All right.
Yes, absolutely. I do want to do that. And that's the other thing, you know, that I wanted to be able to share and do. I have so many different ideas that just running through my head, but I do want to be able to sponsor 2 people for a Friday night show and 2 for Saturday night show. So however you want to do it on T's Talk, you know, you can do it, and I'll put those tickets, you know, into your hands to be able to do it. You just let me know who the people are, and we'll lock that in and make that happen. But I definitely appreciate you for taking time to put us on this platform here, this amazing cast. I'm telling you, I couldn't watch it no more because I'm now crying watching it, you know, and not now watching it, you know, with an excitement, because I'm so thankful for this cast that believed in a script. And you're going to see them in true rare form. I just got the email today from Cinemark Movie Theater Monday morning. I'll be going to view it on the big screen. So this is going to be my first time getting to see it on the big screen before next Friday and Saturday night. So please make sure you get your tickets, support. And, you know, people have even come to me and said, well, I can't believe that you're charging that much for tickets. I said, let me tell you something. If you go to a theater and you're paying the money, I'm not looking at this as a movie theater experience for a $5 ticket. And the other thing is that I shared with people, I'm not making any money off of this. This project is for this cast to be able to allow their talent to be displayed throughout Connecticut, because again, we reached out to some other names, you know, that are already out there, but I asked the question and I said, how did they get their name? How did they get notarized? They got notarized because somebody gave them an opportunity. Well, these are the people that I want God to be able to open doors for that no man can shut. And if it starts through Amazon Prime, if it starts from, you know, the Cinemark Movie Theater North Haven, so be it. Let it be established. And let me tell you something. I done prayed and fasted for this project. So I said, there's already not a weapon that could be formed that could deter. And we've seen it in the last 2 weeks, how God just moved, because we almost had a shutdown moment from it being in the cinema. And this cast came together, they prayed and they came together. And let me tell you something.
You know, I'm interviewing.
Manifestation came in that hour, and we watched it happen. And I said, you know what? I know it was meant to be. I know it was meant to be. So I'm excited. September 3rd, September 4th, 7:15 p.m. Cinema. Come here, baby cakes. I know that sounds like my baby cakes footsteps coming from school. Come here, come here, baby cake. I get excited. I can hear it on the door was shut. I can hear my baby.
Hey, baby cake.
Hi, baby cake.
See you.
It's my brother-in-law.
Baby cakes just showing us his
Hi.
Hi, everybody.
Pastor T was in your math class today.
Okay.
What you say?
Yes.
Rainy.
So we want
Hey.
That's listen, let me tell you something. And I was going to say, and should I say, or you say it, how he said this to me. He said, you have people to have your back, but then you got people to have your back. And when he saw Danny and Renee come in here on nights when we were down here just editing and going through the movie and stuff.
I appreciate that.
He said that you got some special people. There's some special people in your corner. Now I know Pastor T was getting ready to say something just quickly.
No, I was just gonna say I'm Team Tanya all the way. I'm Team Tanya all the way, and I was just gonna say
I appreciate all y'all hard work, effort, everything y'all did to make this happen, man. Trust me, I truly appreciate it, yo.
Yeah.
You know, my baby, like, she's so excited. I know y'all should be so excited. I know, like, that she wants to continue working with all of y'all, you know, in the future projects. She talks about it when we do our bedtime pillow talk. Sister Dre, how you doing? She really appreciate the sacrifice that everybody made. I do, you know what I mean? I can't wait to see y'all up on the big screen. Listen, I can't wait to see it. I've never watched this film. I maybe watched total 15, no, not real talk, 15 minutes of the same editing scene over and over again. I've never watched this film. I want to watch it for the first time in its entirety as a person who wants to go to the movies to watch a good movie. You know, so trust, I be big up in y'all, you know what I'm saying? Y'all did an excellent job, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta go. I just got back from school.
All right.
Really, you know you're my MVP. I love y'all.
All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up. This is the cast and the writer of A Real Man's Love in a Woman's World, September 3rd and 4th. You don't want to miss this because you're going to be missing history in the making. Pastor Tanya, I love you. All the cast, God bless y'all. And y'all make sure you like and share. And we're going to do this again when the next movie come out.
Come on.
Yeah. Your husband do y'all show again because y'all is something else.
Come on, somebody.
Thank you, Pastor T. T is talking. So thank you again, guys. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your schedule. I appreciate you wholeheartedly. 8 days, guys. 8 days, 7 days in a month.
Guys. Thank you. Love you guys. Love you, Tanya.
Love you.
Okay.
Love you.
Good night.
Bye, boy. See ya.